welcome back to my channel where we're about that breaking cycles life. Now for today's encouragement, we're going to the book of Isaiah, and it's Isaiah 55 verses 8 and 9. I'm going to do part 1 today and part 2 tomorrow, which would be verses 10 and 11. So that's for tomorrow. So when I read these two verses, which I'll read for you right now before I continue speaking, it says, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, nor are your ways my ways, says the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts." So guys, if you've been watching me from the very beginning, you know that my daily encouragements really boil down to one thing: staying in God's will for your life, because He knows what's best. And we, with our human perspective, we don't see things. We don't see the future. We don't see things as they are supposed to be seen. We only see what's directly in front of us, and we go with that, and then we try to plan accordingly. And we need to rest on the fact that God's ways are higher than our ways. His thoughts are higher than our thoughts, and He knows what's best. As I've said in previous videos, that He is the friend that knows our future, and with a friend that knows our future, He knows the best way to steer us so as to bring us on the path where we can get blessings upon blessings upon blessings, right? And this verse is definitely reminding us of that lesson. And I want to use the analogy from Joseph, where the brothers, when Joseph got his dreams and he started to relay them to his brothers and his family, they were like, who are you to tell us this? You know, like, we're not going to bow to you, we're not going to do this, we're not going to do that. And he was just innocently telling them the dream that he had. But they used that now to start to develop hatred and jealousy towards him, that it led them to selling him into Egypt, and then basically lying to their father to say that was killed by an animal. I don't remember, honestly. I really don't remember the animal right now, but yeah, guys, God's thoughts are higher than our thoughts. And with Joseph being sold into Egypt, we saw that God made him governor of Egypt, and God was able to now bless his family and bless many other people by just that moment of the brothers' hatred, selling him into Egypt, and all that he had to endure while being in Egypt, right? And it just goes to show that our thoughts are really not what God's thought. Because who would have thought that Joseph would have become such a great person in Egypt when all the brothers were doing was acting out of jealousy, out of pride, and hatred for their brother, because they just couldn't fathom the fact that he was so loved by his father, first of all, and then he had these dreams, and in his innocence he was telling them that, oh, you're going to bow to me, when that dream actually did come to pass. So God is basically telling us that whatever it is, whatever path you're on, and it seems as if this path is not necessarily good, but God is telling you that you should stay on this path, because even though it looks as if it's going to be rough, right? Reminded me of my dream once again, my mother's dream once again. Even though it looks like it's going to be rough, it's going to be shaky, but you're supposed to stay on the path, because God is with you, and He knows what's going to come at the end of the road. And because He knows what's at the end of the road, if he's holding your hand as how he was holding my hand in my mother's dream, the lightning, the thunder, the darkness, it won't touch you because God is leading you. And he knows that his thoughts are higher than our thoughts. So what we're seeing from the earthly human perspective is not what God is seeing. And we need to trust that what God is seeing is far better, far greater than what we are seeing with our human eyes. And in trusting, in believing, in having that much faith, in having that mustard seed of faith, that God's thoughts, God's ways are higher than our ways, we can then start to lean on him, start to trust in him, to know that he is able to lead us in the right path. And we can trust that he is not going to deceive us. He's not going to lead us in a way where at the end we are going to be in doom or anything of the sort. It's going to turn out for our good. And that's basically what this verse is reminding us of, that his thoughts are not our thoughts, and his thoughts are better actually, and nor his ways are our ways. So the way we think it's supposed to happen is not the way that God believes it's best for it to happen, right? And just as how the heavens are higher than the earth, so are his ways higher than our ways, and his thoughts higher than our thoughts. So rest in the fact that God knows best for you, and because he knows best for you guys, you can trust that he will. You can trust his leading in your life. You can trust his leading. You can trust his hand. He will hold you and he will lead you in the right path. And because you trust in that, and because you're exercising that mustard seed of faith, you'll be able to see the blessings at the end of the road when he does bring his promise to fruition, when he does make the way out of no way. And in the end, the ultimate gift is to see him face to face when he returns, right? So yeah, not really a long encouragement today. So that's just it. His ways are higher than our ways, and his thoughts than our thoughts, and we should rest in the fact that he knows what he's doing, and it will all work out for our good. So have a great day, guys. Bye.